Today I'll share with you some trading lessons you should have learned from day one in your trading journey. Let's dive right in. Alright, so I'm just about here to leave Canada to head back to Bangkok in Thailand for the next couple of months. And I want to do a video here before I leave to give you some thoughts and some advice to kind of start your year right. So things that you need to be able to learn, or actually lessons you should have learned from day one in the market that would have made a big difference on your results in trading. So we'll get to that. I have 5 of those, and number 5 will be the most important one, so stick for that one. But you have timestamp below to go through these lessons faster if you want. Up to you, you decide. But these are all valuable. Alright, lesson number 1, I don't want to waste your time, plus I gotta get to the airport, is anytime you hear someone say, well, the key to trading is this, you need to do this, then everything will change and become profitable. That usually doesn't hold true very much. In trading, it's a mix of multiple things. And you'll find over time that if you trade for long enough, you'll find it's a combination, a mix of all these things over time that get you to where you are now. It's a mix of all these steps you took, the actions you took, the people you met, that kind of leads you to become profitable in trading. It's not just one thing. It's never going to be just like a click, a haha moment, even though that's what you see in movies or online sometimes. It's a mix of all these things you got to work on. So if you sit at your computer every day and you kind of just place trades, try to learn strategies, try to find this haha moment you'll need to kind of move forward, you're going to wait for a long time. But if you actually try some things out, you actually look at the market, look at the chart, find patterns, learn about yourself, learn about your mindset, learn about your discipline, learn about how you can manage your risk better, how you can reduce the risk of losing money. These are all things that will put together make you a better trader. Now stop looking for these quick fixes and start looking for discipline and building a process over time and following that process. Alright, now the second thing here, that's something you gotta learn from day one, but you can't, and that's why you're here watching this video, is every trader in their journey will go from simple to advanced and then back to simple, the other way around. So you know this if you've been trading for a while. You started with like something very basic, you read some articles online, you found some strategies that were very simple, you start to trade them, you maybe lose money with it, and then you kind of go back into more advanced stuff. You want to really learn in depth, you want to find the secret hacks, the strategies that are more advanced, you want to add some indicators, you want to learn about these smart money concepts, you want to know all these things, and there's so many people marketing these things online that it's very easy to fall for these advanced concepts. But you'll see most traders over time, as they get profitable, as they have to improve their style, improve their methodology, will actually go back to simple again. They will start to drop these things they learned over time and go back to stuff that's actually pretty simple, like things like trend line, things like sometimes Fibonacci, things like price action, candlesticks. Very simple things that anyone could use, but the key is exactly how you use it that will make the difference. If you think that you need something advanced to make money in the market, that's probably because you are in the stage of looking for advanced stuff. And you'll eventually have to go back to more simple stuff over time as you become profitable, as you simplify things, as you see performance being not that better because you have advanced things. Like all the techniques you see online that are these advanced techniques make the same money as these simple techniques. It's just a matter of how to use them and when to filter out for the right condition for your strategy. And that's something you have to learn also, when to filter out. And personally, I went to a stage in the beginning where I was just trading candlesticks and even these Heikin-Ashi bars. Then over time I kind of made it more complex, learn more patterns, learn stuff that most people don't know about, that were in like some books, some special videos on that topic, especially these like candlestick, these patterns, all these things that were different. Also went into these harmonic patterns, Elliott wave a little bit, and all that stuff was complex and I didn't make any money with it. And it's only when I started to go back a little bit more simple that I started to make money. So things like very simple zones in the market, very simple Bongjaman, and very simple candlesticks combined together made me a good and profitable trader. Over time I simplified it even more, so I took off even more things and I started to filter out when I was trading it to be trading it in the right conditions only, and I made my profit and my edge better. Now my rules are now very simple. I could write them down on a napkin if I want to, very simple, and they work for me in the market. So it's all about going from simple to advanced and complex back to simple after over the years. Okay, my third lesson that I think you should have learned way earlier than you're learning now if it's the first time is you should only trade what makes sense to you. And that's because sometimes we hear strategies online, then we kind of try them out on our own account, and then we realize it's not good for us. We cannot trade it. Something is wrong with it. We're not able to take the trades, or it doesn't make sense, or we're just losing money with it. And that's because maybe the strategy is not a good fit for you. It could be a good fit for the guy next to you, this other person, this mentor, but not a good fit for you. And you gotta do what works for you only. Like you're the only one responsible for your success, for your trading outcome. And trading something that works for you is very crucial. That means you're gonna have to go through a time of trying strategies. You cannot really avoid this. You're gonna have to go through a time where you're trading all these things, testing out these ideas, going back in the market, researching strategies. You're gonna have to go through that. But eventually, you're gonna be able to focus this out into one thing that works for you and then stick to it. And that's really where the value lies and the progress starts. The progress doesn't happen when you go from strategy to strategy. It doesn't happen when you strategy jump all the time. It doesn't happen when you read something new online and you want to try it out in the market. It happens only when you start to focus on one thing that works for you, that makes sense to you, and then you stick to it for the long term. Most people stay stuck in that phase for way too long where they just try things out, and they should instead try to transition to that phase where they can focus on one thing and trade that thing for the long term. I did this myself the first 2 years of my trading journey, where I just pretty much trying things out, looking for strategies online on Google and trading them in my account when I wanted to, without any structure, without any framework, and without consistency in the market. When I started to focus on one thing that I trade now, one strategy at first, of course I branch out later to more stuff, but when I begin with one thing I was focusing on, that's where the results came, and that's where I could really become the master at my own style and know how to improve my style over time. Okay, lesson number 4, this is a tough one for a lot of people, which is don't try to do it all yourself. Now you see traders online that will brag about being self-learners, self-educated, they try to learn things on their own, and they go on Google, they'll search something, they'll learn it. But these people rarely make any money in the market. And that's just a fact, and I'm gonna get some hate comments for this. It's just a fact that people who are surrounded by other people learn better. If you're going to surround yourself with other traders who are profitable or getting full-time, you're gonna learn to trade full-time faster and better. You're going to learn more stuff that you couldn't learn by yourself. And that's why being able to surround yourself with people who are at a higher level than you, or who can actually mentor you or coach you, will make a big difference. I've seen this for myself, where I used to do everything myself for the first 3 years of my trading journey. I was all by myself on Google, on YouTube, on books, on a few podcasts back then, and I didn't really reach out for any help from anyone. Now, I took a course here and there, but that's not enough to really become profitable. And when I started to reach out to traders, started to ask them questions, started to get coached by them, I saw my results skyrocket pretty quick. I went in less than 6 months from losing money to profitable right away. And that was just a result of being able to sit down with the coach every week and go through all the questions I had, all the things I was wondering about, and all the things I was doing wrong, and fixing those things. There's just no pride in doing everything yourself and being a self-learner or self-made. That stuff doesn't happen. You think people who are billionaires got there by being self-made? Probably not. You think people who got millionaires got there by being self-made? Probably not. They probably have a team around them. They probably have people they can reach out to. They have some help. They have people they can use to they have people they can leverage to become successful, and that's the key here. Now, of course, you could just go online and find a mentor that works for you. There's plenty of people out there who want to coach you and mentor you. So you pick whoever you want to associate with. That's your thing. I'm running right now for the new year a special program where I'm going to mentor only 10 traders. So I'm picking 10 traders maximum. I believe we have a few places left for now. So you can apply below. It's basically going to be on the app called Voxer. What it is you can send me a voice message. I'll reply to you within 24 hours. Help you out on anything. We can also do like a walkie-talkie mode where we'll talk together at the same time. So we'll exchange different things. It's a good way to review your charts, go back to your trades, go see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, how to overcome some challenges, and just get some accountability. Someone you can talk to, you can ask questions to, you can bounce ideas off. I want to be that person for you who is able to understand you and kind of give you advice, helps you progress this year. Because how we do work now in January, it's going to be how the year will be reflected later on. So we want to put that working correctly now to get the right momentum for the year. So if you want to apply for this, again, I'm only taking 10 people because it's really time consuming. But check out the link in the description below for that. You'll be able to see all the details, get started right away, and look forward to connect with you if you decide to be working with me on that topic. Okay, now we're getting here to the 5th lesson that most people should have learned way earlier. And if you're learning this now, that's going to be a good thing. But if you learned this before, then that's even better. So here we go. Good losers end up being the winner. Good losers win. If you're able to be comfortable with losing money in the market, that tends to reflect in you being able to make money in the market. If you're not able to lose money in the market, where you feel bad if you lose any money trading, then it's very hard to make money because you're not able to accept the losses. And when you feel bad, you'll feel really bad. You'll skip some trades. You won't be able to get back on track. You won't have any consistency. It's going to be hard to follow a process. But if on the other hand, you're able to be a good loser, where you lose, and it doesn't really bother you that much. You just, fine, that's a losing trade. Let's move on. Next thing. If you are approaching trading with that mindset, things will get a lot better. It's something that took me a long time to learn and to master. But once I was able to be more comfortable with my losses and accept them better, I was able to then start to make money in the market. Because ultimately, no strategy will ever be consistent forever after. It's never going to be always profitable from there. You're going to have some losses here and there. You're going to have some drawdowns here and there as well. And being able to deal correctly with these drawdowns, meaning you don't feel bad about them, you don't feel ashamed, you don't feel like you're worth nothing because you hit the drawdown, that will play a big role into you being consistent and profitable with your trading afterward. I've just made a video recently about that exact topic, how to accept your losses in the market. So check it out here in the corner. That's going to be your next video to watch. Check out the links below if you want to apply and work with me this coming year. Looking forward to help you reach the next level and get consistent, scale up your trading this year. I would love to be able to do that and be part of your journey. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.